Welcome to Check Your Day, the daily podcast with Rencha, aka your guide through the jungle called Czech. We spend 5 minutes from Monday to Friday to get better at one topic in Czech. Hello, welcome. Today I have a special episode for you because some time ago I recorded an episode about Scott, and lots of people got curious about his journey. So I asked Scott if he was willing to talk about it in his own words, and I'm so happy that he agreed. And I'm really glad I can welcome him today. Hello, Scott.
Hi, Rachel.
So I got some questions, from my Instagram viewers and also my own questions because I'm curious as well. I would like to know your view as well. And let's start. So, what would you tell about yourself? Like,
Yeah, sure. Happy
why
to.
are you learning Czech?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good question. So I guess I moved to Czech Republic almost 6 years ago, and I guess like most expats, when you move, no one really moves to Czech Republic for like a sensible reason. It's always kind of random, and I guess when I first moved before COVID, I didn't know how long I would be in the country for. Um, and Yeah, after I think after maybe a year or two of not trying, I spent a year kind of getting traditional lessons. So I had like 1 hour per week lessons for maybe a year. And honestly, I hated it. I would dread, it would be a Thursday evening and I would spend the whole week dreading this lesson because I would do it after work and it was just really kind of like stuffy and stale using like textbook, um, stuff. And yeah, I just didn't enjoy it at all. So then I kind of gave up after that and didn't try for another couple of years. But then suddenly 5 years, 4 or 5 years pass and you realize that you can't speak the language. You think, imagine another 5 years passes and you still can't say the basics. So yeah, that's when obviously I'd actually a previous colleague had told me about your Instagram account, and I've been following you for I guess for a year or so, and then eventually I thought, okay, you know what, like let's try it, and that's kind of what led me to then starting the
I
lessons with you.
didn't know. I
Yeah,
didn't know. Okay.
yeah. So.
Okay. So, and what made you like change your mind? What was like the key element that
Mm.
like persuaded you?
I think it was a few things. And actually, I think the longer that you're in the Czech Republic, the more Czech friends that you have. So you're probably a little bit more immersed in that world. And also, I guess you start having to do more of these like bureaucratic things where you think, oh, wow, imagine I'm still living here in 10, 20 years and I really can't speak any Czech at all. So it was probably this was kind of what pushed me to try again.
Mm-hmm. And why with me?
Because I guess because I'd been following your Instagram page and I liked your energy a lot, first of all. And um, I saw your post and saw that it was a different approach. So it was like short lessons. It looked like it might be kind of a bit more fun. Um, and then I guess I thought I would try it, and then immediately like, I enjoyed the lessons, which is why it's continued. And then I saw progress quickly, so
Yeah,
kept it
well,
going.
happy. So, hmm, what is the situation now for you? And like you have just shared what it was like, let's say 1 year and a half and even longer.
Yeah.
How is the situation now? What it's like?
Well, like so this week I had a huge milestone. I think for me, like I'm still sometimes quite hard on myself in terms of my progress, but I try to recognize these milestones that I have. And this week, I told you already the story, but I had my first phone call
Yes.
in Czech, which was a really big moment for me. And actually, last week, I had family visiting me in Brno, and they were really impressed with my Czech. So I think I'm a lot more comfortable now using it. And I think just generally, I'm less scared to try now, and I'm having fun with it. I'm having having a laugh trying with people, and and so I'm really pleased with the progress overall. Like I've got a long way to go, but for me, it's more about the journey. I'm really happy with any kind of progress, even if it's slow. Like I'm not doing that much outside of our lessons, so really, it's a small amount of my time to still see progress, which I'm really pleased with.
Yeah, like when I recall basically you could say hello when we started.
Basically, yeah, not much more than that.
And some like phrases related to like when you went to the cafe or
Exactly.
like
Supermarket.
canteen, and that was
Yeah.
it. And yeah, like when I compare it now, like you can say so many things.
Yeah, I know. I'm
It's
still surprising myself, to be honest. It's crazy.
you surprised me a lot during the lessons. That's the thing. Like, how would you describe? Because when I say to people that you learn Czech without learning any charts with cases,
Yeah.
so how do you know? How do you know what to say?
Well, I think that so for me, a big thing is in at school in the UK, in Scotland, we don't get taught grammar well. And I think that was part of my blocker when I tried learning before, was that a lot of it was really textbook, like based on grammar rules. And I was having to get my previous tutor to try and explain to me grammar, like rules in English, which is kind of embarrassing to be honest. Whereas now, just through like I found it funny, there was something I told one of my friends a story, but we had a lesson a couple of weeks ago where I think I asked you, "Oh, why is it like this?" And you kind of said to me, "Oh, it's better you don't know just now," because it totally is. Because it just I'm never going to understand it anyway. So now I find that I just pick things up through having conversations with you. Like our lessons are really focused around conversational everyday Czech, which is the things which I'm going to practice. I don't need to know Czech grammar or rules, or even really, I don't care about essentially the rules or why we're using certain phrases or words. So I think it's just through having the conversations with you on a daily basis, which makes it work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because like why should you know that, this changes like or that this is singular plural and then you are not able to buy one rohlík,
Exactly.
in a shop.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you describe the lesson? So you said that like we talk a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine that your friend asks you, what would you tell him or her?
Well, I think for me, I think they're personalized, first of all, which is what I really like. So I think it's a really good mixture of well, you quickly understood that I'm a visual learner, which I didn't even know myself. And for me, that was like a light bulb moment, really, because once I think you realized that, you completely changed the structure of the lessons, and
Mm-hmm.
you started adding lots of imagery into like the kind of the games. It might seem like a silly game at the time, so we do like little games or quizzes, and you'll share screen, and then you'll ask me questions. And I think the visual, once you made it very visual, then it's like my progress just
Skyrocketed.
skyrocketed, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say we then got to a point where probably maybe the first kind of few months was more around the kind of quizzes and this kind of thing. But then what I really like is that there's a lot of still revision. So, well, then I think you can almost feel maybe when I'm getting, say, fatigued with the topic, and then you move on to something else and you come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really good way of cementing the learning. So that works really well. And then now I say we probably spend more time just having conversations. But then we'll still sometimes utilize those more structured lessons with the quizzes when it comes to learning completely
Yeah.
new phrases or new verbs and new grammar and so on.
Yeah, 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 exactly. And like what do you like one thing that I really like about your approach is that you really try not to miss any lesson.
Yeah, because that's true, but because that's what I like also though about the structure is that it forces me. Like, and a lot of days, like I don't want to do it. Obviously, like not a lot of days. Some days I don't want to because I've still got a busy job. I've got a lot, but it's like I'm also the moment that I then have committed to those lessons, I know I'm going to do it, and I found a way of making it fit into my working day. And I know that even if I feel like I've had a week or two where maybe, or even a month where like I might think in my head I'm not progressing or I'm just not moved on, I then suddenly it's the exact same kind of cycle I go through where suddenly then I'll have this moment where I go, oh wow, actually I've gone from here to here, but you don't always feel it in the moment. That's what I found.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. There are like, it doesn't go like in a linear
It's not a
way.
linear,
There are
yeah,
like these jumps.
exactly.
And lots of people, what they do, they give up like at this moment, like right
Yes.
before.
Yes.
So yeah, and I think the one of the best things is like because the lessons are short, just
Yeah,
10 minutes.
100%. I couldn't commit to, I wouldn't still be doing it if it was anything, any other format, honestly. I just wouldn't, I know I wouldn't do it. Whereas this is really, it's very sustainable.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm taking the long-term approach. Like I can see every few months good progress. And sure, I still have a lot to learn, a long way to go, but I'm enjoying the journey as well. For me, that's really important is I enjoy the lessons. If I
Mm-hmm.
didn't enjoy lessons, I wouldn't keep doing it.
Super. I'm really happy.
Me too.
Because otherwise I wouldn't do it either. I need to have fun.
Me too.
And I'm just checking the questions not to forget anything. Okay. What I can recall, like it started appearing some time ago in our lessons, and it's this moment when you say like, I am not sure, but I want to say this. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Of course it is, like somehow you know.
Yeah. That's funny when that happens. Yeah.
So, how do you know?
I have no idea. I can't explain it. I say to you sometimes, don't I, when you ask me and I say it and then I say to you, I don't even know where that came from. It just somehow, somehow is in my brain.
That's because of like the different ways we repeat stuff. And you don't realize it, but like your brain really absorbs it. That's exactly like the kids do. And yeah, it makes me laugh because like these are these like light bulb moments.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And okay, so like basically to make it clear for the viewers, you spend 15 minutes from Monday to Friday. Most of the
Exactly.
time, most of the
Most of
time.
the time. Yeah.
Mhm. And with this, you manage to like get to the point when you can have a phone call conversation in Czech, which is
Yeah.
probably the hardest thing
Yeah. Absolutely.
because
And I mean last week when I had family here, I was able to, we're going to restaurants and cafes or even shops trying to get random things like, I don't know, a plant pot or something. And I can find a way now using Czech because especially living in Brno, there's a lot less English speakers than there was in Prague. So
which
so
is
yeah,
really good for you.
it's good being good for my progress. That's true. Yeah.
Okay. And also, mm, do you have like any tip that you realized that works for you, or what were like the key moments in your journey that like you realize were crucial, were really important for you?
I think most of that was, I can't really give myself the credit because I think it was you were the person that kind of understood the way that I learn. But I think, like you already mentioned, the key thing is to not be disheartened if you go through periods where you might feel like you've plateaued. Um, because, like you said, the key thing is to keep going,
Yeah.
and then you will eventually kind of jump over that hurdle, and you'll make more progress. So I think that that's probably the main thing is to kind of to be resilient and to keep going and to keep turning up because I think you do the hard bit, honestly. For me, I think all I have to do is turn up to the lesson and then the re you do the rest and then I see the progress. So for me, it's honestly it's super easy. I don't feel like I have to make that much effort, honestly. Like I don't do like I said to you, apart from doing the lesson each day with you and then okay, I'm trying to push myself more now, right? So that's another big thing is I'm really trying to I think in the past I was too concerned about seeming stupid by trying. Whereas now my approach is different. I'm just kind of going for it much more. So I guess being a bit more bold to push yourself just to try it and make fun. Like I have a laugh with people here now, and I'll say, you know, oh, I only speak a little bit of Czech. Please speak slowly, and I'm having fun doing that as well. It's funny how you can then have some of these really nice interactions with people through just trying.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see it during our lessons as well, because now you like, wait, I will try it. I will really try to push myself, you know. And
Yeah,
this is like, yes, because this will like fast forward, you know, it will help you so much because
totally.
I think like at one point you lost this fear of like making mistakes because it's a
Yeah.
normal part, you know, it's like everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah. But
And
I think it's one of those things so that as a native English speaker, we are naturally kind of, I don't want to generalize and call everyone in from everyone lazy, but we are naturally a little bit more lazy as native English speakers because we don't have to learn other languages. And we're normally the people that we're talking to people, other people who are the ones making mistakes. So maybe it's also partially a mentality thing as well. It's like a shift in mindset. Whereas if you're used to speaking different languages all the time, you probably don't have that fear.
uh we do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I think it's an experience that everybody has to overcome, everyone who tries to learn a foreign language. You know, it's like
You're
part of
probably
the
right.
journey. I had the same with like my Spanish and I don't know, like Russian, German, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's part of the process. And yeah, and I there was one thing when while you were talking. Oh my God, I forgot what I wanted to ask you.
It'll come back to you.
Help me, help me.
I don't know.
Wait, what was it?
What was I talking about
Oh,
there when thinking what I
what
was
I
saying?
it's something else, but
Mm.
uh at the beginning you were
Yeah.
kinda resistant to like read in Czech. Why?
True.
Why?
I can't remember. Now I love reading shit. I find reading actually the easiest now. I don't know why that would have been at the start. Um,
Because now, like when we tried, I really pushed you, you know,
yeah.
and like you realized how much like you are able to understand now. And like all of a sudden you said like, oh my God, I have to start reading in Czech much more.
Yeah. Because yeah, I don't know why it was at the start, to be honest. Why I didn't like reading Czech as much. But certainly now I do find it's the probably what I'm strongest with because you can take your time with it. Whereas the hardest part is still very much if you try to listen to two local people talking because it's so fast, that can be challenging. But reading is definitely. a really good way to realize how much that you can understand.
Yeah, exactly. And also, well, you are pretty good since you are used to, like guessing from context. This is like one
Yeah.
of the skills, like your level is like really high,
Oh, thank you.
like understanding, because that's what I pushed you from
Yeah.
the very beginning.
Yeah.
And I know that it's not comfortable for so many people, but it's so, so important to like learn this
Yeah.
because you will never, never know all the vocabulary. Even like Czech people don't understand all the words in Czech,
Yeah.
like it's normal. So being able to guess what like based on like the situation context, what the
Totally.
question might be about. Yeah.
Exactly. But it's like you made me before you mentioned something that made me think of this, but about like pushing yourself to try is why it's so important because it's I think so when we have lessons and then we'll start at the start of the lesson we'll catch up and then now I say to you, okay, I want to say something to you in Czech. And like you said, I probably know a really low percentage of all the words in Czech, but you can always find a way. It's like solving a puzzle almost. And I think the more you do that, the more you realize you can find a way based on the words that you do know or yeah, so you find a way of making it work basically.
This is the thing that so many people don't realize. You don't need to know, for example, 5,000 words to be able to have a good conversation. Lots of people know so many words, but they are not able to use them.
Yeah,
And you do it the other way around. Like, really, find a way, find a way.
exactly.
And yeah,
Exactly.
you can say so many things now. So it's really good. So back to tips. What helps you? So you mentioned like get out of the comfort zone, challenge yourself, like really try to find situations to like
Yeah,
talk to the locals as much as possible if you live in
exactly.
Czech Republic.
Exactly. Talk to locals. Yeah, don't be scared to try it. I've really had I've never had a situation where someone's been annoyed at me trying. If anything, they appreciate it, at least if you try. So that definitely helps. And then yeah, I guess it does help when you've got like friends that are Czech and you're around Czech people. I'd recommend talking to babičkas, grandmas, because they speak slowly. That's a good tip. Or kids, to be honest. Yeah, and I remember one of the first months of me having learned or learning, I noticed it's funny, but like I picked up on what kids were saying because they speak very slowly and clearly. They really clearly pronounce their words. So I could be like on a metro or something
Uh-huh.
and understand what a kid was saying. That was probably the first moment. Whereas now I'm already at a point where even if my colleagues are Czech and are speaking in Czech, and very quickly I can, like you said, I can pick up enough words where I know probably what they're talking about, and I can understand quite a lot of what they're saying.
Uh-huh. And that's another thing because the textbook version of Czech and the real life version, they differ a lot. So how are you
Exactly,
handling this?
exactly. And that would be another tip, by the way, would be to try just to listen. Because I think before, when I wasn't learning, I wasn't even trying to understand what Czech people were saying.
Hmm.
Whereas now, at the start, I had to force myself to do it. But now I do it without even thinking that when two Czechs are having a conversation, I'm not being nosy. I'm just more for my own understanding that I'm trying to think, okay, how much of this do I understand? What is it I think that they're talking about here? And that definitely helps to speed up the process.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about that. No doubt. It pays off big time like this. And what is your favorite word in Czech?
My favorite words in Czech, it's probably my favorite phrase is probably to je pravda. It's true.
Uh-huh.
I say it a lot in English. But I also really like the word dismissal, nonsense.
Dennis Missile.
I don't know why, but I like that word a lot.
Is there any area that you would like to be challenged with? You know, like you feel like, okay, like this is like my next.
Oh, that's a good question. An area that I would like to be challenged with next. So I think one thing which I can still, but it's really tough because it's quite niche, but it's things like dealing with post office.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too.
Because yeah, I
It's
dealt with a bit of
the
that
flesh.
recently. Yeah, and I still found because it's these situations where you're not going to be exposed to it very often, so you're not getting the repetitiveness. Um, so that's one that's yeah, eventually maybe I'd like to try and explore.
It's already being prepared.
Oh, okay, good. You see?
Yeah, because you mentioned that some time ago, so
Oh,
I
really?
know.
Okay, you see, good.
But meanwhile, we were working on you know what.
Yeah.
And I have one more question. I keep forgetting my questions. I should write them down. Um, oh my gosh, I should start drinking ginkgo biloba. This is the question. Um, because, you know, with like the lessons from Monday to Friday, you started getting used to like certain discipline. You know, like it's for majority of people, it's a huge change.
hmm
And it's really, you know, think of like dedication and stuff. Can you see any changes in your own like personal life? Like since you got used to having like the lessons like uh with such discipline, can you see it like being transformed into like other areas of your life?
That's also a really great question, you know. I didn't think of that before, but potentially, yeah, I think I am. I think since we started the lessons, um, there's lots of other things that I've like healthy routines that I've added to my day probably, which um a lot of it we have in common, right? So we both enjoy like our cold showers in the morning. We both enjoy doing kind of tough things to start the day, which for me, like I start my day, I do my first lesson normally at 9, my lesson at 9. So I'm already starting my day with that challenge. But yeah, things like this, like I think healthy routines, um, putting myself out of my comfort zone in general, probably I'm doing more of, and challenging myself more in other ways. But yes, that would probably be the main thing. But I think in general, I've probably since I started the lessons become more productive and more potentially more curious as well in
Nice.
general. So yeah, that's I hadn't thought of that before. I haven't really reflected on that before, but I think I can see where you're going with that, and I think you're completely right that it probably has manifested itself in other ways in my life.
Definitely. I can see it. Which is awesome. I'm happy. Okay. So, is there anything else you would like to share?
I think just that for me that it's just been a completely, as I said before, it's not only has it been amazing because of learning Czech, which was the whole point in it, but for me, I do now see you like as a friend as well, right? And it's like I really enjoy starting my day with like, because you're such a positive and a kind of inspiring person to me. I really like I started my day with the energy you bring. It's a great way to start the day, and like it's even if because you know life is complicated. Sometimes we do have bad days or bad weeks or bad months due to personal whatever's going on personally. But I know that after the lesson with you, it's going to sound quite cheesy, but I'm always in a better mood because you're so positive and happy. So that naturally rubs off. You know, we become who we spend our time with, and I think that energy rubs off on me as well. So it makes me a better person as well. So for me, that's like a byproduct or I suppose a bonus of the lessons. You know, I'm learning Czech, but I'm also it's also bringing all this other value to my life as well.
Thank you.
Proceed.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank
My
you
pleasure.
for like sharing all your experience. I'm really, really uh s- immensely grateful that you decided to contact me such a long time ago. And like without you, I wouldn't really be able to work on the method because it's something totally different. Uh, it's it's like a new journey for me too. So thank you.
Thank you, Renshaw.
So that was the story of Scott. Definitely you can see that it's possible to learn Czech without memorizing the charts if it's not your cup of tea. And the important thing is, there is not just one approach. So, you know, there are other ways, just you have to look for them. That's all. Díky moc a uvidíme se příště. Ahoj!
Ahoy.